What is one thing I've done that you can never forgive me for?
But I can remember one thing that you have done that I cannot forget. And some moments before then, someone from our family came to me and told me, if I were you, I don't think I will marry this lady.
Are you serious?
I think that was very extreme, but it was a very powerful act that has stayed with me all these years.
So, hi
Hi.
everybody. Hi guys. I hope you have subscribed to this channel.
Yes.
And I hope you've been blessed.
It's Skype.
So that's what Freshie was saying. I think we're going to get Freshie to do a subscribe video.
You need to subscribe.
We have how many subscribers, so please
subscribe.
Don't confuse me. Subscribe, like, share, cut the clips.
Comment.
Comment. Yeah, just feel free, and yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, thank you. So, what is one thing I've done that you can never forgive me for?
I don't even know. But I can remember one thing that you have done that I cannot forget.
Okay.
And it's a good one.
Okay.
It's not something, no. I can remember before we got married and there was serious tension on the night of the traditional marriage. You saw the whole tension of how our both families were having Cold War.
Yeah.
And it was a very serious moment, and I was just quiet, but within me I wasn't happy. But I don't know what actually inspired you to do what you did. You came to me, and I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend this. I am not trying to say it's right. But,
for you.
Yeah, for you. But I wouldn't even recommend that she repeat that very act again, because I don't think I deserve to get that kind of honor and respect or regard or act. She came to me and she knelt down and she told me, I know our families right now are not having the best of time, and I know even you as a person, you're not really happy with all this whole thing. But he told me, because of me, I mean, she was pointing to herself, because you know you are going to get married to me, do this for me. You know at the end it's going to be me and you, and not all these people. Don't allow their differences and their ideologies or whatever their grievances might be to affect how we start this very important journey. Wow. And some moments before then, someone from our family came to me and told me, if I were you, I don't think I will marry this lady.
Are you serious? Somebody told you that?
Yes. So,
oh my goodness!
The person came to congratulate me
on your wedding night.
On my traditional wedding day.
Oh
Yes,
my
I told me, well, bro, I'm very happy for you. I'm happy for you guys. But if I were you,
who is that person? Who said that?
Yeah, but if I were you, I wouldn't marry Debbie. So what that did for me was it reinforced that voice in my heart, or it reinforced that faith, that confidence that I was on the right path. That this lady is a big blessing. This lady is rare. This lady is, amazing. So getting to see a human being, and I quickly pulled her up, because I think that was very extreme, but it was a very powerful act that has stayed with me all these years. So I cannot really remember one thing she has done that I will never forget, because I don't believe there should be anything that should be that I can
never forgive.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think there is any act that can be unforgivable. Yes. I don't think there is any act that can be
So,
unforgiven.
on-
Anything can be forgiven.
Forgiven.
Yeah, can be forgiven.
On
Yeah.
our wedding night, I knelt down to you, but since after our wedding night, I've been kneeling down to God. That one is more effective. No. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I think God deserves that kind
Our
of
kneeling together.
submission, not a human being.
Yeah.
And if you are a man out there and you think that your wife needs to kneel down to apologize, to beg you, come, you are in the wrong place. You are in the wrong position. You really need to change that your attitude, that's your mindset. Who are you for someone to kneel down to beg you for something? It is better you just make your opinion known. I don't want, please, no need. Than you want someone to kneel down. And what gives you joy, what gives you assurance that you are the man in control is that someone kneels down. And one thing you should also understand is when you compel people to kneel down, for example, they may be on their knees physically, but in their heart they are standing up. So you
Standing on you, sir, on your
exactly.
head.
So you may think you won
Yeah.
because you have been able to subdue them. You have been
get
able
compliance.
to intimidate them, get them to do something you wanted. But that doesn't really mean that you have done something right. So, like I said earlier, there is nothing that cannot be forgiven. There is no ill, there is no misdeed, there is no shortcoming that is too bad that one cannot forgive or you shouldn't forgive. You should, like, for example, as a person, I was in a conference one day and I heard a very wonderful man of God I respect say that there is nothing the wife has done that he cannot forgive. And as a matter of fact, he said that he has forgiven his wife in advance. My God, that was so strong.
That's
So
the gospel.
yes, he said he has forgiven his wife in advance. So I attempted. I attempted it, and many times I've not done very well. I quickly went to my wife later that day and I said, you know what? I've forgiven you past, present, and future. But one good thing it did was it stretched me. Yeah, it stretched me. It made me to to stretch my forgiveness muscles. So know that there is something beyond my immediate arrangement or arranged mind or my immediate understanding of forgiveness.
Yeah.
So forgiveness is not something you just wait for someone to offend and before you begin to consider if you should forgive them or not. Yeah, forgiveness can also be given long before the offender. You know, even thinks of doing whatever he or she does. So, for me, I think if partners in a marriage see things this way, have a heart of love, of forgiveness to each other in such a way that they are even thinking of, they are not even thinking of how to. You know, sometimes you can plan on forgiveness.
Yes, that if he does this, I will never forgive.
Yeah.
I will never. If she does this, I will never forgive her. If he does, yeah, people can plan.
Plan on forgiveness.
To do list. They have unforgiveness to do list.
And it's very unhealthy. It's very terrible. Why should you set a schedule for unforgiveness? You are already planning. You are sowing a seed of unforgiveness in the future. You are already projecting that you will be someone who will not forgive for XYZ reason. And perhaps that thing may not even happen. But you have already sown that bitterness, that resentment in your heart. And it's not a very good thing. So for me, it's better you are sowing seed of forgiveness, seed of love, projecting a better picture of someone who has compassion, who has humility, who has a disposition to know that even we ourselves have been forgiven of all sins by God. So if he has forgiven us of all the wrong that we have ever done, who are we not to forgive even someone like us who has done less than what we have done to God himself? So who are you? Who are you?
That's interesting. There's something you said that I'm just going to wrap up with. You said if you are struggling with forgiveness, if you are struggling with forgiving others, you don't know how much you have been forgiven.
Yes.
The moment you realize how much you yourself have received forgiveness, the easier it is. So if there's ever a hurt, you think, this is just it, I can't deal. Shift your eyes away from that hurt and keep your eyes on the one that forgave you.
Jesus.
Keep your eyes on Jesus. Keep your eyes on Christ. Keep your eyes. Know that there's nothing you did to earn his forgiveness, and he forgave you in advance. And that will empower you to, so have a forgiving day and a forgiving weekend and a forgiving life. You are forgiven.